Now, let's bring that back to being an entrepreneur. You have Millionaire Business School. Mm-hmm. And this is where people who really want to learn how to be entrepreneurs come in and learn from someone who's done it more than a few times. So what's motivating the people who come to Millionaire Business School?
Love the fact you asked that, because it's a little bit of a sucker punch. And I'll say this openly to anybody listening. I call it the Millionaire Business School for a specific reason. I teach you how to make $1 million in 12 months. That's a no-brainer. Anybody with a decent, idea these days, or a decent idea in today's society where you're interconnected instantaneously with 7 billion people, can make $1 million doing the right things. That's just systems, process, and application and execution. That's the easy part. But it pulls people in that think that being an entrepreneur is about making money. Mm-hmm. I teach something which I'm calling enlightened entrepreneurship. That's kind of the market I'm looking to I won't say own, but certainly establish myself in right now, because that's really been the full circle for me. I became an entrepreneur because I was desperate to prove to the world I was good enough, because I had so many insecurities as a young man that felt that I wasn't, as a lot of people do.
Sure.
My teacher said I couldn't do business studies. Screw you, I'll show you.
Exactly.
And my parents put so much time and effort into me. They sacrificed their hours so I could go to private school for the first few years until they couldn't afford it anymore. I want to give something back. So, that was the way I could do it. But enlightened entrepreneurship is about something different. And I'm very excited and proud that I've created a 3-day event that really takes people on a journey. They show up thinking, how do I make money? That's the default. But the day one, we don't talk money. We don't talk business. Well, we do talk money. We talk about reinventing your relationship with money, because it's mainly dysfunctional for most people, which is why they don't have enough of it. So we go through, day one is all about psychology. It's reinventing who you are, reinventing your relationship with business, with life, with yourself, with your why. Now, understanding what drives you at your core, peeling back those layers of the onion so that when you look in the mirror, you have a far deeper understanding of what it was the reasons you took that decision to start a business or become an entrepreneur in the first place. Once we handle that, then building business is easy. So day 2 and 3, we teach you business at the highest level. But day 1's my favorite day. Day 1 is kind of a whole, as I say, reinvention. So, I've created a 3-day event that is a transformative event, because people don't need more information.
It's free.
You can get you learn how to build a business on Google. Siri will tell you over coffee. I mean, that's the world we live in. But understanding who you are when you look in the mirror and take off the mask, that's a whole different ballgame. Siri hasn't got that far yet. So, people don't want or deserve information. They need transformation. Otherwise, nothing changes. I say to people, if you go to a typical business event, seminars, course, read a business book, you will find different ways of earning the same amount of money, because the money that you earn right now is consummate to a lot deeper patterns than you're currently aware of. It is a projection of your current level of where you're at in terms of value you add. And most people are chasing money like trying to chase strength in a gym without lifting weights. We all know on the physical side, we go to the gym, we lift the weights, we get the strength.
Right.
You sit in front of the fire, you get the wood, you get the heat. But a lot of people are chasing money, which is a byproduct or a consequence of adding value by going into the gym and say, listen, give me the strength and I'll lift the weights. Well, that doesn't work. So how do you shift the process? Because money, Dave, is nothing more than a conceptual projection that human beings have invented. The only place in the universe money means anything is in the mind of a human. Nothing else keeps track of it. It's simply a way that we've customarily put together that's better than trading chickens and goats to keep track of ways of exchanging value. So if you if you chase the mechanism, i.e. money, you're going to chase your tail for the rest of your life.
Yep.
You chase adding value, and you look over your shoulder and realize that somebody's taken something out of their pocket and given something to you called money to benchmark the value you've just given. So learning how to really get to grips with that and become a value-adding machine, you start unhooking this game of chasing money, which means you'll chase your tail. Again, nobody sits in front of the fire and says, give me some heat and I'll go fetch you some wood. Mm-hmm. We know that game is not one you can win.
Right.
But so many people do it. How do I make money? How do I get out and make money? So the Millionaire Business School kind of hoodwinks people into learning how to make money. I'll teach you that. I can teach you how to make money in your sleep. I'll handle the ticket price in a way that I guarantee you 1,000 times return, or I'll cut you a check when you leave on Sunday. That's easy.
Yep.
But that's not the game. The game is, who do you become as a result of going through a transformational process, so that now you're free to go and make $1 million, but you're not doing it to try and prove you're good enough, or take your business 10x so you can stand on Forbes magazine and think it's the be all and end all. Fulfillment is very different to wealth. Yeah.
So you're teaching people to kind of get out of their own way on the first day, and then you give them the tools and techniques.
Exactly. Right. That's freedom.
Yeah.
And I've had people come with business partners on the first day, and at the end of the first day, they've split.
Huh.
And for the right reasons, and they've been happy about it, and it's like a release. There's no animosity. There's a mature way of divorcing at that level that isn't about pointing fingers. And now they're free to go chase their passion in a way that they have the tools to make it happy, rather than design themselves into an equation that they can't balance when it comes to money and happiness.
That's some powerful stuff. And it's something that they don't teach you in business school, and it's something that you don't know as an entrepreneur for the first time. When I was in my 20s, it was all about the money, and I think that's just, that money brings freedom, therefore it's all about the money. And as I've matured and gotten more awareness of the ego and all, I've gotten a lot more into the mission. And that's what drives Bulletproof. And it made me laugh when you sort of said, well, the name Millionaire Business School is attracting people kind of for the wrong reason, right? And you go take the first day, you say, here's why you're really here. And the name Bulletproof is the same thing, right? When I was young, I was all about being invincible. Everyone wants to be untouchable, invincible. But at the end of the day, what's really bulletproof is the old story of the willow versus the oak tree. It's about resilience. So when you realize that if you really want to be bulletproof and invincible, you need to build resilience. And resilience comes biologically, it comes psychologically, it comes spiritually. And that's not been an easy thing for me, but that's the sort of knowledge that I'm working to share with Bulletproof. But it's very much the same thing. You need to get people's attention, and you need to let the people, see, okay, there's value here, and if this is what they're chasing now, but in order to get what they're chasing, they might have to approach the problem from a different perspective or a different level than they did. And I know that because that's exactly what happened to me.
Sure.
Like,